Perfectionism is killing your creativity. Perfectionism is what I like to call a sneaky protective mechanism that makes you feel like you need more resources, more time, more support, more finances, more whatever to do what you're here to do. It's a funny thing that pops up. I do believe it's a form of self-sabotage. And ultimately what I believe about these protective patterns and defense mechanisms is that, they're here to keep us safe. They're our subconscious way of keeping us safe. And the subconscious does not care about your happiness. It does not care about your dreams. It does not care about you living your best life. It wants to keep you safe. And what's safe to the subconscious is what's familiar. So anytime you step out of that comfort zone, you're starting a new project, you're creating a new collaboration, you're sharing yourself online, you're writing a script, you're auditioning. Our nervous system, our subconscious, our somatic body wants to keep us in the familiar and the predictable because that's what's known. And then when we begin to step out of these spaces, we're stepping into the unknown. So these sneaky little protective patterns come up, like self-sabotage, like perfectionism, like imposter syndrome, all these things that say, who are you to think you can do this? Or you don't have the support to do this, or no one's going to care what you say, all those voices, right? And ultimately, self-sabotage, perfectionism, all of that offers us wisdom. So instead of shaming them, instead of blaming them, instead of saying you're wrong and adding layer after layer after layer of judgment to it, which then just makes us spiral further and further and further, we have a unique opportunity to bring love to this space, to bring self-compassion, empathy, curiosity, presence. And that's how we're able to transmute and transform and alchemize and shift them from a root level, from deep in our inner programming, which again, the subconscious, the nervous system. So another thing I want to talk about with perfectionism is that ultimately, not only does it keep you safe, it's also kind of boring. Our soul came to the planet with very specific gifts and very specific acts of service and a very specific mission. And things we've inherited from family, protective patterns we've picked up to keep us safe, and bless them because they've kept us safe up until this point. But now, most likely, you've reached a point where it's more uncomfortable to be in those safety patterns than to step in the unknown and create something new, because ultimately that's what your soul is here to do. To grow, evolve, expand into infinite possibilities. There are infinite versions of you, there are infinite timelines, and we get to choose. We have that free will, we have that creative power, we have that sovereignty in our soul and our spirit. And it's just a process of unlearning, relearning, deconditioning, reconditioning, deprogramming, reprogramming. And that's why I want to point you now to my perfectionism EFT tapping session that has so many people have had so many breakthroughs for. They've rewired beliefs, limiting beliefs, competing beliefs. They've created new emotional homes. They've created new confidence. They've started on projects that they never thought they could do before. And this is actually one of the taps where I get private emails to my inbox saying, wow, this totally transformed this belief or my life or my self-perception or a habit or whatever it is. And so I really encourage you to do it. It's linked below. It's on this channel. It's totally free. And it would mean so much to me after you do it to share how it's affected you, impacted you, influenced you, supported you, alchemized parts of you. It's linked below, and let it be a resource for you as you begin to push your growth edges, as you step out into new realms of creation and creatorship, as you evolve into your highest expression. Because remember, these protective patterns, they're just trying to do their job. So instead of blaming them, shaming them, judging them, criticizing them, we can ultimately unlock the wisdom inside and take that with us into our lives. So that's linked below. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up if this touched your heart. Share in the comments below what you're taking away from this. And if you don't know what to say in the comments, just say, I am choosing to set myself free. Subscribe, share with a creative bestie, and I'll catch you in the next video. Bye. Happy tapping.